Alright, so we're making chicken casserole today. So we gotta gather our stuff. We have noodles. We have rotisserie chicken that I've already pulled off the bone. We have cream of mushrooms. And we have our cheese, kind of skimpy on the back. So I have a little block of it, and I will shred all of that. The other thing that we have is our pan over here with our water, and it's already boiling, so we can actually put our noodles in there now. So when we put noodles in here, usually I'm thinking of a handful for every person that eats. This is not a new bag, so it's only a partial bag. We could probably put pretty close to a bag in there. But if I had thought about this, I know that chicken casserole put the whole thing in there. That'll work fine. So we're gonna make sure our heat is back up on high. We might cover it up for another minute to get it back to boiling. And then we'll read the directions on the egg noodles that say that we need to cook this for 7 to 8 minutes. So I'm gonna do it on the lower end of the time because we're also gonna put it in the oven, so it'll cook a little bit more. So I'm gonna put it on there once it gets boiling to about 7 minutes. And you can see that the water's boiling. So sometimes I'll stir it every now and then. I try not to use wooden spoons to stick in the water just because, wood doesn't like to be saturated in water. So get yourself a metal spoon, plastic spoon, anything like that. Stir it up, it looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna turn it down just a tad. I want it to keep boiling, but I don't want it to boil over, so we're just gonna turn it down a little bit. And we'll wait the 7 minutes for that. So we're gonna shred the chicken. Just something else I forgot to mention. This is chicken broth that I make from the bones of the rotisserie chicken that we have all the chicken from. I'm going to take this and put it in the microwave, get it a little loose. You could just use water. That's a simple way to do it, but I like the juice because it just makes it a little bit tastier. So I'm gonna pop that in the microwave, and then I'm gonna shred the cheese. And we're still waiting for our noodles to finish boiling. We have a casserole dish here that we're gonna use for the casserole. We already have our oven set to 350, and we got 2 more minutes. It looks like on our noodles, and I'll come back. So I've shredded the cheese here. Probably don't need that much cheese, but I decided to go ahead and shred it all because I can just put it in the bag and we can use it at another time. Our timer is just about to go off. We'll use the colander to drain the noodles, and then we'll put it all into the casserole dish. So we have our cooked noodles. We have our cream of mushroom soup. We have some chicken broth. So I'm going to put the creamy chicken soup into the broth. That way it goes ahead and mix it up. I'm going to put all of that in the noodles, and then we might have to add a little extra water, no big deal. And then we'll put it into our casserole dish after that. So I'll put the cream of mushroom soup into the liquid, and I'm just going to stir it up a little bit here. Now sometimes I just mix it all into the casserole dish, but I've kind of decided that I'm going to do it this way, but it's still a little on the thick side. We'll put it in here anyway. Let's see what it does. Like I said, we may need to add a little extra water to it. Some people will save the water from the noodles for things like this, but I don't know if that's really necessary. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. It's pretty liquidy. We'll put it in the casserole dish in just a second, and then we'll kind of decide if that's what we want to do. We could just go ahead and add some more chicken here. So we want to add some chicken. I like to cut my chicken up just a little bit. This is from that rotisserie chicken that I took off the bone the other day because we used the chicken for some other things too. Just kind of give it a rough chop. You could shred it with a fork, but I think that's too much trouble. Alright, so we got a bunch of chicken. I've already added another handful of it to all the noodles here. So let's pour the rest of it in. And we'll stir this up and see where we're at. I like this one because it's big. Doesn't look too bad. I think we'll add a little bit of cheese to this. You could put broccoli in it. That makes it a little bit healthier. If you're adding broccoli to it, I would put the broccoli into the water with the noodles and let them cook about 3 minutes. So essentially what you would do is cook the noodles, subtract 3 minutes from the time so that when the buzzer goes off, you know you have 3 more minutes. You're going to throw in your broccoli into the water, let it cook with your noodles, and they'll cook for 3 extra minutes. And then your noodles will be just like they're supposed to be. Let's add a little bit of cheese to this. We can put that much cheese into the middle of it. We put a fair amount on the top of it, so we'll just do it this way. Honestly, I think I'd rather use my frozen cheese or get rid of it. The other cheese is so good. There we go. That's probably more than we need, but we love our cheese. Okay, sometimes go cuckoo. Yes, obviously I'm going cuckoo because I couldn't find my own spoon. So this makes it a little bit thicker here now that we've added the cheese, so I'm probably going to add a little bit of water to it. I went ahead and filled up our cream of mushroom soup can with a little bit of water. Stir this up, and then I think we'll be just about ready to throw it into the pan. So now we have some lovely chicken casserole right here. It still seems a little dry to me, so I think we'll add just a little bit more of that water. There's no right or wrong way. There's a million ways to cook chicken casserole. Sometimes it don't put salted onions to put in it first, and I put graham crackers on, or not graham crackers, some Ritz crackers on top of it. There's a lot of different ways you can make it. This is the way that we've made it all y'all's life. So that's why I'm making it this way for you. If I was making it just for me without worrying about you necessarily, I probably would do a few extra things to it. This is just a little casserole that I made for you, Patrick. Going to top it with a little bit of cheese, and we're done. I'm ready to put it into the oven. So put our casserole in the oven. We're going to let it just cook for a little bit. Usually I'll set that oven for about 20-25 minutes. Maybe. I'm going to go ahead and just put 25 in here. Put the timer, go sit down in the family room, watch some TV, wait for it to cook. So this is our final product. There's your lovely chicken casserole. It was bubbling just a little bit in the center. That's how I knew it was ready. This one, Patrick, is what I fixed for you. And now we're gonna just dig in and eat.